Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Today we'll see Standard 6 and Subject Science in the chapter number 14 and chapter name is Water. In the previous video part 1 we have seen up to main 6. Today we'll see main 7. Define 1 mark each. Number 1. Evaporation. Answer is the process of conversion of a liquid into its vapor is known as evaporation. Number 2. Condensation. Answer is the process of conversion of vapor on cooling into liquid is known as condensation. Number 3. Water cycle. The cyclic movement of water from the atmosphere to the earth and back to the atmosphere. This process is known as water cycle. Number 4. Groundwater. Answer is a large part of rainwater seeps into the ground and gets deposited underground. This water is known as groundwater. Now see the main 8. Answer the following questions in short. 2 marks each. Question number 1. The sea water is saline. It gets evaporated and clouds are formed. These clouds fall down as rain, but the water obtained from them is not saline. Explain. Answer is the saline water gets converted into vapor due to the sun's heat. In this process, the water evaporates, but the salt does not and is left behind. The water vapor forms clouds. These clouds, when they cool down, fall on the earth as rain. Hence, rainwater is not saline. Now see the question number 2. From where do the wells or tube wells get water? Answer is a part of the rainwater flows on the ground and the rest seeps into the ground. Most of this water becomes available to us as groundwater. Open wells are fed by groundwater. It is this groundwater which is drawn by a hand pump or a tube well. Now see the question number 3. What is the difference between an open well and a tube well? Answer is point 1. An open well is open from the top and is broad, whereas a tube well is narrow and closed from the top. Number 2. The inner walls of an open well are made up of the bricks or stones, whereas in a tube well is used a thick metal pipe. Point 3. Water is drawn from an open well with the help of a rope and pulley system, whereas from a tube well, water is drawn by the help of electric pump or hand pump. See the question number 4. How are clouds formed? Answer is evaporation takes place from all open surface of water. Water vapor gets continuously added to the air. As these vapors go higher from the surface of the earth, it becomes cooler and cooler. At sufficient heights, the air becomes so cool that the water vapor present in it condenses to form tiny drops of water called droplets. It is these tiny droplets that remain floating in air and appear to us as clouds. See the question number 5. How do we get rain from the clouds? Answer is at sufficient heights the air becomes so cool that the water droplets present in it condenses to form big drops of water. The large sized drops of water, being heavy, falls down as rain. See the question number 6. When does a drought occur? Answer is if it does not rain for a year or more, the condition is called the drought. The level of water in ponds and wells goes down or even dry up. Due to this, the crop cannot grow. The groundwater may also become scarce. This situation may lead to drought. Explain giving scientific reasons. 2 marks each. Question number 1. If the ice is filled in a glass, tiny droplets get deposited on the outer surface of the glass. Answer is when ice is filled in a glass, the outer surface of the glass gets cool. Air contains water vapor. When this water vapor comes in contact with the outer surface of the glass, it cools down. Now, the cool vapors condenses into water droplets. Hence, tiny water droplets get deposited on the outer surface of a glass. Question number 2. We must use water judicially. Answer is the water available for use is very limited and is decreasing with overusage. The number of people using water is increasing with a rising population. The demand for water is increasing day by day. More and more water is being used for producing food and by the industries. These factors are leading to shortage of water in many parts of the world. Hence, it is very important that water is used judicially. Answer the following questions in details, 4 marks each. Question number 1. State the reasons for decreasing groundwater levels. Answer is reasons are as follows. Groundwater is drowned by hand pumps and tube wells. The more hand pumps or tube wells that are used in an area, the deeper we need to dig to find this groundwater. In some areas where the land has little or no vegetation, the rainwater flows away quickly. Flowing rainwater also takes the top layer of the soil away with it. There are few areas where most of the land is covered with concrete. This reduces the sewage of rainwater into the ground, which ultimately affects the availability of groundwater. Now for the question number 2. State the damages caused by heavy rain. Answer is heavy rains may rises in the level of water in rivers, lakes and ponds. The water may spread over large areas causing floods. The crop fields, forests, villages and cities may get submerged by water. Floods cause extensive damage to crops, domestic animals, property and human life. During floods, the animals living in water also get carried away with the water. They often get trapped on land areas and die when flood water recedes. Rains also affect the animals living in the soil. See the question number 3. What will happen if it does not rain for a long period? Answer is the situation of drought occurs if it does not rain for a long time. In this situation, the soil becomes dry. The underground water level also goes down. Ponds, rivers and lakes get dried up. Humans do not get enough water to drink. The crops and vegetations will dry up. It will be difficult to get food and fodder. Animals would die due to the lack of water and fodder. Industries and factories get affected. Everything would become costly. The economy of the whole country may get affected. Activities to demonstrate that evaporation takes place in sunlight as well as shade. Apparatus and materials. 2 equal plates, cap of a bottle, water. Procedure. Take 2 equal plates. Place one of the plates in sunlight and keep the other under shade. Pour equal amount of water in each of the plates. Make sure that water does not spill over. Observe the 2 plates after every 15 minutes. Does the water seem to disappear? From which plate does it disappear fast? Observation. The water in the plate kept in sunlight disappears fast. The water in the plate kept in a shade disappears slowly. Conclusion. Evaporation takes place in both sunlight and in shade, but is quicker in sunlight. Now see the number 2. To understand the process of condensation. Apparatus and materials, glass, tumbler, water, ice. Procedure. Take a glass half filled with water. Wipe the glass from the outside with a clean piece of cloth. See this way. In the glass you have to put ice, and here the water droplets can be seen outside the surface of glass, and this one is the glass. Add some ice into water. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes and then observe the changes that take place on the outer surface of the glass. Observation. Tiny drops get deposited on the outer surface of the glass. Conclusion is this: water vapor is present in the air. On cooling, it gets converted into water. This process is known as the condensation. Now we will see the next chapter in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy. Okay, bye.